Elon Musk is a business magnate and investor, was born on June 28, 1971. Come, let's talk about his thoughts. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. What makes innovative thinking happen? I think it's really a mindset. You have to decide. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then probability will occur. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I'd like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. People should pursue what they're passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. It's very important to like the people you work with, otherwise life and your job is gonna be quite miserable. As much as possible, avoid hiring MBAs. MBA programs don't teach people how to create companies. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. You have to say, well, why did it succeed where others did not? I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make sure it continues into the future. There's a tremendous bias against taking risks. Everyone is trying to optimize their ass covering. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. We have a strict no assholes policy at SpaceX. Don't delude yourself into thinking something's working when it's not, or you're gonna get fixated on a bad solution. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. I don't think it's a good idea to plan to sell a company. If you're co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves the odds of success. Really pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. I always have optimism, but I'm realistic.